We will not slow down in our support for Ukraine. We will support the Ukrainian people for as long as necessary. And we want to make the frozen Russian assets available for precisely this purpose. Putin must realize that he has no chance of winning this war at the expense of European freedom and peace, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why Germany will continue to provide Ukraine with a very high level of support in the 2026 federal budget. In light of recent events, we have increased the amount by a further €3 billion to a total of €11.5 billion. And we are making a further €170 billion available immediately for infrastructure. This is to mitigate the effects of Russia's terror campaign against Ukraine's winter supplies. Not a word about this in the first speech we heard this morning, ladies and gentlemen, refers to speech from leader of the far-right German Alternative for Germany Alice Weidel. This, too, is a sign of how humanely you think about the fate of the people in our immediate neighborhood. Which you are experiencing these days, weeks and months. This is the guiding principle of our policy on Ukraine in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we want this war to end as quickly as possible. But an agreement negotiated between great powers without the consent of Ukraine and without the consent of the Europeans will not be the basis for a genuine, sustainable peace in Ukraine.
Und deshalb kommt es jetzt ganz entscheidend an. Auf Einheit in Europa,
that is why unity in Europe, unity with Ukraine and unity in the transatlantic alliance are now crucial. I therefore welcome the continued American commitment to resolving this conflict. I said the same thing to President Trump in a phone call last Friday. But at this fateful moment for Ukraine, for Europe and for our alliance with America, I also want to make it clear that decisions on European matters can only be made by mutual consent. Europe is not a pawn, but a sovereign actor pursuing its own interests and values. Amid all these developments, we must not low.